Hey, PK. Man, I could sure go for another vacation. That'd be great. Hey, Super Chat. The estate? Yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit of time still. I don't know if I can take. Not really. I think I've got like one day. I think I've got like one day worth saved up. So, and yeah, for the estate, I think it's going to be like sometime in August that I think it's going to be like end of August that certain things are going to be taken care of, and then I take a little while after that before I get any of the get an inheritance. You can go to. I don't know like how much inheritance I'm going to be. It ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be trip to Japan money. Neither of them are helping. I mean, we live in across the country. It's something where like none of us would be able to really do anything to help. Like it's he died in Alberta and we live in Ontario. So he's got a so dad's friend is dealing with it. I guess he does it pretty regularly. It's something that he's dealt with in the past. That he's handling everything. Paperwork sucks. It does, but life or death. There's no escaping bureaucracy. Yeah, unlucky. X-Men in the trailer. That's cool. Daphne Keene was really good in the role. And well, it's neat that she gets to come back. Presumably is just a cameo, but yeah, whatever. Hey, color purple. I have noticed this new trailer like was meant to be a little bit more serious. It still has that shot of the two of them walking in front of some stores, most notably Liefeld's Feet store or Liefeld's Just Feet, Only Feet, whatever it's called. Ginka Feet. He's no, he just can't draw them. Rob Liefeld was the co-creator of Deadpool. Um, he was a huge artist back in the 90s, like one of the biggest comic artists of the 90s. Not one of the most talented, one of the biggest. And I've never particularly cared for his art myself. But I think even among his fans, like even among the people who love him, and there are a fair number of people who do love him, but even among his fans, the fact that he can't draw feet is, yeah, that is well documented. Like, that is well known, and just everybody knows that he just cannot draw feet. Okay. No, but I'm not a professional comic book artist. But anytime he does try to draw feet, they're just bizarrely pointed. So yeah, he is. Like I said, he's not someone whose art I've ever particularly enjoyed myself. I typically find it an unpleasant art style. But since he was big in the 90s, there's still a market for him. Thoughts on Kamala? I mean, the best they can do, no, but I mean, it's the reasonable choice. Like, I'm not a particular fan of Kamala myself, but they could sure as hell do worse, but they could definitely do better. But you know, she's the obvious choice. She's been, she's vice president. She's vice president. She's the one that, if Biden, if anything had happened to Biden, she was the one who would have taken over for him. So it just makes sense with Biden stepping down for Kamala to step in. So I think it was probably the right choice to make all around. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Hey, Super Chat. Sabi and Lauren. I have not Super Chat. There's not a lot of YouTube channels that I have ever, like, very few YouTube channels that I've ever actually looked at. I will say the Republicans do seem to be having a hard time finding finding a good angle to attack Harris on. You know, like for Biden, there was a lot. You know, there were definitely angles that he could be attacked on. With Kamala, they're having a tough time. She laughs too much. Really, dude? That's that's the angle you're going with? Like I said, she put people in jail. Which is like the thing is, Republicans like people in jail. Republicans love people being put in jail. So her response would be like, so your criticism is that I'm tough on crime. That is the angle that you, the Republican Party, are wanting to go with against me, is that I am tough on crime. That said, that is one of my criticisms of her. Apparently, it does seem to be a little bit exaggerated. Just the extent to which she put people in prison. She wasn't actually as bad as I thought, or as bad as a lot of people um, have said. That said, she's still a fucking cop. Yeah, I mean, it's like, how are the Republicans going to be like, you put people in prison? Ha ha ha. As though the Republicans, hey Nadine, as though the Republicans actually give a shit about that, Conservatives fucking love having people put in prison. Dealt drugs, prison. Did drugs, prison. Protested, prison. Looked the wrong way at a policeman, beaten, and then prison. Didn't stand up for the national anthem, prison. It is not a good angle of attack for Republicans to go after her for that. painting her as the law and order candidate. I better sing "Oh Canada." They want to do the 25th Amendment. Is that the one for vice president replacing president? Or I don't remember I don't actually remember what the 25th Amendment is. Yes. I mean, with 4 months until the not even 4 months, with just over 3 months until the election, is there any point to invoking the 25th? Invoking it, okay, so Harris becomes president. He has COVID. Well, COVID doesn't mean that he's incapable of doing his job. Or that Biden is on his deathbed. Yeah, I'd say probably not. But even if they invoke the 25th Amendment, okay, so Kamala Harris is president. What have you accomplished? What have they actually accomplished by doing that? It just means that Harris is now president instead of waiting until the election to what what's the actual what would be the actual purpose of it? It's one of those things where it's and beyond that, is Congress even going to be in fucking session over the next 3 months? Because they love their fucking vacations in Congress. Jesus fucking Christ, do they ever love their goddamn vacations? Um, yeah, is there? I love vacation. Yeah, but I don't get that many. I love vacations, but I don't get 200 fucking days a year of vacation time. I'm pretty sure Congress spends more time on vacation than they do actually working. They'll take entire months at a time. Am I calling out both Democrats and fuck yes, I'm calling them both out. They're both assholes. If I ever won the lottery, would I still go live? Yeah, I'd probably still go live. I'd go live from wherever I decide to live. Hey, Ethan. Yeah, I'm not sure when we call it a vacation, it stretches for hundreds of days, right? Yeah, I'm not sure why you think that I like the Democrats. I think the Democrats are largely useless. Does Canada have a 4-day work week? Nope. Nope, 5 days. I wish we had a 4-day work week. We should. Work weeks should only be 4 days. By which I mean 32 hours. The work week should be 32 hours. But paid more than we currently get for 40 hours. I always wondered how they determined weekends should be 2 days. I mean, I think that was sort of down from 0 days. Like, the reality was, like, when unions were fighting to get weekends, back then, you'd be lucky if you got 1 day a week off. Should be 3 because it takes one just to unwind. Absolutely. 3-day weekends. Absolutely. Some countries still have 1 weekend day off only. Yeah. Yeah, because they have weak labor movements. Yeah, weekends should be 3 days. People deserve to get paid more to work less. So intellectual? I don't know that I'm that intellectual. Like, the regular people deserve to be paid more to work less. But of course, executives need their private planes. Executives need more private jets, more yachts, more just money that they can, more money than they will ever be able to spend in multiple lifetimes. They got to be able to boast about how rich they are in some stupid bullshit dick measuring contest with other rich people. Does your company offer the compressed work week? I don't think so. But I don't think I'd want that anyway. 10-hour workdays are brutal. I used to do 10-hour workdays and I hated them. Rich get richer, the poor stay poor. Yep, exactly. Yeah, the my first job when I was working at StarTech, worked weekend nights, Friday to Monday, 10-hour shifts. 8 hour, yeah, 8-hour days now. Did overtime? No, no, I've never done overtime if I could avoid it. No, it's 10 hours a day, 4 days a week. So still 40 hours. So still 40-hour work weeks. Just 40 hours over 4 days instead of 5. And yeah, it was gross. And really, really only manageable because nights were dead quiet. That is really the only thing that made those shifts manageable. Who scared away the nighttime traffic? Yeah, it's just, usually it would be super busy for the first few hours of the shift, and then we'd get, it'd start to quiet down by around like 9, 10 o'clock at night. It would start to quiet down. By midnight, it would be, you know, by midnight it would be quiet. Like there'd be lots of time between calls, and then sometimes you might go like 2 hours without a call some nights. Yeah, by midnight it was certainly not. By midnight it would be down to 30, 45 minutes between calls. We get another rush right around 2 a.m. And then, by around 2:30 again it would be done. And then either 4 or 5 in the morning we'd shift would end, depending on when you started. Toxic workplace, that time between calls, just about. You weren't allowed to actually nap for obvious reasons. So yeah, I would just do whatever to pass the time. Yeah, toxic workplace. I don't think I ever experienced a toxic workplace. Yeah, we would just do whatever we could to pass the time, chat, read. Shitty browser games like that copter on the browser. So, just whatever would pass the time. Read while tending bar between rings, kind of thing. Yep. Not a very good bartender. Eh. As long as people still got their drinks, it was fine. Do bartenders sleep with other bartenders? I mean, I imagine some do. Really small bar, to be fair. Dream job. I didn't get carded recently and I'm still offended. uh, Dream job. Mattress tester. Just, yeah. Yeah, just 8 hour, just go in for my shift, spend 8 hours laying in a mattress, just testing the mattress out. Hey, Vanna. Seeing how it holds up to. Snoozy mattress tester. Being an animal photographer would be a cool job. It would. I just don't think I'd really be able to. I don't think that's a job that I could really do. I don't think I have a good eye for photography. Also, I don't like being outside. I do not enjoy the outdoors. Mattress tester is an inside job. It's an indoors job. Preferably air conditioned. Gotta have the air conditioning. So it's my preferred mattress. I don't really know. Honestly, I've never really looked into that. Waterbed with mirrors. Whatever. When you don't need it for nookie, any mattress will work. Just about. Yeah, I've never actually I don't know if my mattresses are hard, soft. I've never really. It's a mattress. It's a mattress. I get used to it. Whatever the mattress is, it might take me a couple days to get used to it, but I get used to it. That'd be my sales pitch if I was a mattress tester. Yeah. Whatever the mattress, I can adjust to it. I can get used to it. I'm not discriminate exactly. My preferred mattress is the one your mom's got. That's what I'd say if I were a mattress tester. And then I'd be fired. Inappropriate conduct, exactly. Want to eat chips and put me on the TV, but my boyfriend is trying to sleep. Who cares? Do it. Do it, Nana. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't wake him. Don't wake him. That would be rude. Have I ever met my boss in person? No. I have never met anyone at my current company in person. Remote work. Whoop, whoop. If my boss was AI. Doubtful. Bosses would never replace themselves with AI. They want the money. So change. Hey, Trash Bandy. Not right this moment. I do need to get started again on something. Strange I can work for a company and be anonymous these days. I like it. I like not having to meet people. I am a hermit. Also, I still need to get the. I do though. Yeah, I need to get started reading on some more stuff soon. I think the next thing I do read is probably going to be. It's going to be something on my computer. Need to get back into reading. Yeah. It's good fetish multiple exam. So I think the next thing I read. It's a series of comics. Destiny, New York. It's a series of graphic novels that I backed on Kickstarter. Boys. I have not watched The Boys. I once read the first volume of The Boys and hated it. I just hate Garth Ennis as a writer. I fucking hate him. I loathe him as a writer. He's one of my least favorite. He's one of my most hated writers of all time. I just find his work to be utterly without value. To be it's just miserable bullshit. It's just miserable fucking edgelord bullshit with no. Yeah, it just I hate it. I hate him. So the TV show, I don't care if I don't care if the show changes things from the comic. I don't care. It's still based on a Garth Ennis comic, and Garth Ennis can go fuck himself. Streaming service to use. The only one I use these days is Paramount Plus, and that's just because all the Star Trek shit is on there. I'm not watching enough stuff for it to be worth spending money on any other streaming services. It's not any sort of moral stance for most of the services. I don't I'm not watching anything other than Star Trek. So I pay for Star Trek. Nerd. Indeed. Your boyfriend is annoying. You should kill him. Crunchyroll? Nah. Grandma's good. Kids use it for SpongeBob and South Park. Trying to sleep, but I don't care. If he wants to sleep, you can kill him. The long sleep, the big sleep. Let him sleep forever. Taking it close to the bed like a fat pig. Yeah, I think I'm on season. I think I've just started season 5 of Star Trek Voyager. Yeah, just started Star Trek 5 of season Voyager. Yeah, just started season 5 Star Trek Voyager. So I've got 3 more seasons of Voyager, and then 4 seasons of Enterprise, and then I can go back through all the modern Star Treks again, and then I'll be all caught up on, and then I'll have rewatched all of Star Trek, and then I can move on to something else. Never seen Star Trek. I love it. Hey, Marbles. Thoughts on Chris Pine? Then I have nothing against him. Yeah, he's a fine actor. I didn't like the like. I just didn't like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. I'm just seeing how many more episodes of Star Trek I have to get through in total. Jersey Shore. That's right, I got it. Means rewatching fucking Picard. Ugh. I started watching Thelma and Louise. Cool, cool. See, it'll probably be close to a year for me to finish. It'll be, yeah, maybe not for a year. Yeah, maybe. I figure probably pretty close to about a year for me to finish rewatching all the Star Trek stuff, depending on whether I end up hitting any points where I just like stop watching for a while or anything like that. And then once I'm done, once I finish Star Trek, I'm thinking I'll watch Sailor Moon, the more recent Sailor Moon stuff, starting with the was it 2012? I think they did the redub. I think there's actually a new Sailor Moon series entirely that's been canceled. Has what been canceled? Sorry, has what been canceled, Anunnaki? Star Trek? Well, I mean, Star Trek Discovery was canceled and that's ended. Lower Decks has one more season. But I mean, they're still making, like, they're working on development of a new Star Trek show right now. So the franchise has not been canceled. Anyways, I still need to record my review of Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, which was great. Prodigy is such a good show. I really hope that it does get a third season. Where's my water? It's right here, PK. I've been drinking it. Not yet, PK. I haven't cooked it yet because I had to come on live first. I had to spend an hour talking to you losers first. Because, yeah, I mean, I finish work at 2 a.m. and then it takes me a little bit of time to, cut up the veggies and rinse the rice and everything. And then the actual cooking portion of it takes a while. Yeah, it takes over half an hour for it to cook. All told, start to finish, it takes like almost a full hour from the time that I get off my chair to start it until I can actually sit down to eat it. Hey, about Scott Henry? Doesn't ring a bell. It's possible I know of Scott Henry, but I don't know. Kind of prices. I just use. Well, it's because I'm using a rice cooker. I'm just using just regular long white rice. But it's what it is. It takes 20 minutes or so. 20 minutes or so for it to cook, and then it tells you to leave it on warm for 15 minutes to sort of finish cooking. Do I wash rice? Of course, I wash it. I always wash my rice first. Rice cooker's different. Yeah, pot and stove. Nah. It's just a rice cooker, which is better than a pot and a stove because it comes out right. That's the thing about a rice cooker is it basically as long as you get the as long as you are aware of the rice to water ratio, which like it's got a measuring cup that you use. It turns out perfectly. Perfectly arranged. You like soy sauce? Soy sauce, no. Horrible accent in Mabu. Mabu? Where the hell is Mabu? Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia is nowhere near me, though. Don't worry. Cape Breton, yeah. Yeah, nowhere near me. Like it is two time zones over. Or one time zone? I feel like it's two. Maybe two times. Canadian geography lesson one day. Lesson one. Canada, big. That's really the main thing to remember about Canada. It is big. Nowhere in Canada is really near to anywhere else. Maybe closer to the Maritimes than that is in Alberta. Yeah, like there is no near in Canada. It's like, oh yeah, it's only. Is that near you? Oh yeah, it's only like an hour away. Like, if it's an hour away, that's near. I live in Edmonton, Alberta's biggest mall in the world. Yep. Well, not the biggest mall. Hey, Missy Don. West Edmonton is not the biggest mall in the world anymore. It's been surpassed a few times now. People have PowerPoint parties. Yeah. Used to be. Yes. Yeah. When it opened, it was the largest mall in the world, and for a few years after, but honestly, the biggest in the world is probably Dubai. Minneapolis is a huge mall. Oh, China actually. The new South China Mall is the current largest. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Nope, it has been surpassed as well. Iran Mall in Tehran. How far up do you go? Does Santa Claus live in Canada? I believe the North Pole is considered like international waters type of deal. Like I don't think like I think the North Pole is kind of disputed land. It's like it's neutral territory. So yeah, largest malls. Largest mall is in Iran, followed by one in Kuwait, then one in Malaysia, another one in Iran, then China. The Mall of America in Minneapolis is number 12. West Edmonton Mall is 29th. Tied for 29th. Does Canada go all the way up there? Yeah. Any country north of Canada? No. No, I mean, we go as far up north as international treaties currently allow. Basically, it's like Canada, Russia, US, based solely off Alaska. I want to say maybe Finland, or maybe Denmark. There's a handful of countries that are all that'll basically want to claim the North Pole, like that all have claims to the North Pole. 38, which is hot for Edmonton. Yeah. Heat here. Currently 19. Yeah, we're staying in the 20s right now. Looks like next week is going to get into the 30s, probably low 30s. But for this week, Ontario is in the 20s. And I am in the mood for rice. Gotta call it a night. I'll be back tomorrow. So, thanks for watching, and see y'all tomorrow.